Laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey everybody, welcome to the One Piece Fun Piece podcast.
Do you want to try that one? You want to try that one again, buddy?
Sure. Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike. And would you believe it, the Fun Piece podcast is a One Piece podcast about two boys who have never seen the sweet, sweet lovin' of all of One Piece, and we're watching it all. And I'm starting to realize, Matt, I've got an inkling that I'm willing to bet we've probably watched more One Piece than most people.
Yeah.
I think people skip the filler because they're cowards.
Yeah.
They don't understand that it's about the journey, not the destination. They're
True.
probably all like, I bet they would get told what the One Piece is and have it spoiled for them because they're cowards, and they probably protested when the ending of Mass Effect 3 came out.
Yeah, motherfuckers would not be like Luffy and be like, I don't want a boring adventure. They would be like, I want a boring adventure. Tell me what the One Piece is.
These nerds, let's call them what they are.
We're being really
nerds.
hostile towards the listeners today, and I love it. Let's go.
No, our mother funners, even when they say they read, they're just trying to cover up the fact that they're watching all of One Piece and they know everything that happens. They're at least being educated.
It's true.
But you know, I bet there's a big population of One Piece fans who don't know that Captain Eustace Jeremiah Kidd is equivalent to one set of twins.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
That's all I thought about.
He's basically the Dunkachino twins. That's incredible.
This man is one set of Dunkachino twins.
Captain Kidd is one set of Dunkachino twins, which is hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
also, all you motherfunners who have been like building up goddamn fucking Timothy D. Law for over a year and a half.
There's no way everybody like saw him the first time he showed up here and was like, "What a cool guy!"
I cannot.
He's just a nasty little freak.
He's a nasty fucking freak, fucking reverse buggy, making everybody else pop into multiple pieces instead of himself. Fucking gross. I don't like him. Matt Mercer's got his sultry voice, but still, I don't like him. He skinned BEPO's dad.
There's something like off model about his face. Like the way his head fits into his hat, it feels like there's not enough room for hair. He looks
like Chip Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents, but he's just got like a little bit more muscle.
Okay, this man has no muscle on his body whatsoever.
I understand. Chip Skylark though had no muscle as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But he looks just like Chip Skylark. Instead of a stupid little like beanie hat, he's got BEPO's dad.
Yeah. He's got the Jamiroquai Beppo's dad hat.
Yep. This fucking motherfucker.
Does Oda like Jamiroquai a lot?
Does Oda like Jamiroquai? I hope so. Do you think that's
really
in an SBS?
Like, yeah. It feels like with the design of some of his characters, that's a big inspiration.
Oda, we all know your favorite song is Canned Heat. Please extrapolate and expand upon that for us, please.
It is a wild seeing this fucking like grungly, tired-looking line cook next to, like, Luffy's got a simple design, but he still looks like he's on an adventure.
Yeah.
This dude looks like he just went out clubbing. And then also, like, Kid is next to him, who is, like, somewhere between a Digimon protagonist and a pirate.
Ooh. Yeah, or he's just, like, an interesting, like, goth kid. Just, like...
He's like a steampunk kind of thing.
If he pulled out some glow sticks while he was doing his thing, I would not be surprised, like, whatsoever.
Oh, fuck. And we finally get to hear Shachi?
Who?
Shachi? Penguin and Shachi? They show up.
I still don't know who you're talking about, but someday I will.
Ask the historian about it at some point. They said that those are the characters we are most like in all of One Piece.
Yeah.
So
Hey, motherfunners. This is the most
Hey.
we talked about One Piece in the first 10 minutes in a long time, which is very
and
exciting.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. Hey,
You know what I
motherfuckers.
start.
What?
Oh,
what?
do you have something?
Can I
to say?
I just want to do a little
Yeah, you go
housekeeping
fucking-
and
Oh,
just
yeah.
say, hey, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the last filler episode. I'm sorry the audio was so bad.
Did you try to fix it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Maybe I'll go back and fix it, and then it'll sound perfect.
If you
And
listen
we
to
won't have
it,
anything to-
if you listen to it not in your car or like headphones, if you just use like your phone speaker, sounds
Sounds
great.
fine.
Sounds fine.
Oh,
You should
great.
do that. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Do that.
Listen, we were on vacation. I hadn't watched the episodes. Whatever.
Yeah, we were on
Um,
vacation. My computer crashed Audacity a few times while I was trying to export it. It's fine. It got up there. Y'all had a good time. We said jorking your penor a bunch.
We're not taking your money. You can't be mad.
Yeah.
Yet. I mean, I'm taking your money, just not for the podcast.
Yeah, Mike's.
I'm just sneaking into your house. I'm reverse searching using algorithmic techniques to find your home addresses, and then I'm crawling through your bedroom window at night.
At night. This is
Just-
Mike.
just-
While we're going to be on the Mike hunt looking for Mike, Mike's going to be doing the Mike heist and stealing
Yeah.
everyone's things.
I'm always heisting. I like to. I go down. I don't steal it from your wallet. I get low, like a
Like the
like
Grinch.
like a fox, if you will. Just low to the ground, and I just scramble across your floor. Yeah, it's actually kind of like I'm like going on my fingers and my
like
toes,
Yep.
and then I'm sucking out. I don't want to. I have to keep my body weight on my phalanges.
What are you sucking?
So I'm just sucking up all the coins off the floor, and sometimes I get a dollar bill, and I just go, and I store them in my cheeks like a hamster.
Yeah, then you
And then I
spit 'em
scurry
out.
back out, and yeah, that's what I do. Put them in my piggy bank. I made $12 since we started the podcast.
Oh my! Well, distractions galore. Cannot believe it. What were you going to say something about? You've been watching something?
Oh yeah, if you like anime, you should get the audiobook of audiobook version of Werner Herzog's autobiography. It's like the man who defied God or something.
Oh.
Dude, fucking man. Hold on, let me figure out the time. Werner Herzog's fucking crazy. I don't think I've actually seen that many of his movies, but I love this man.
Okay.
It's Werner Herzog, Every Man for Himself and God Against All.
Whoa.
The first chapter starts with
Big hot
something
shit,
along the
Werner.
lines. It starts with something along the lines of the lamentations of the women ceased at noon.
I don't like anyone who speaks like that. I don't like anyone who speaks like that. Let's I don't want to talk anymore.
It starts like a fucking Conan the Barbarian, and then he talks about how when he was a child he learned how to milk cows and how that helped him get some astronauts into a movie.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It starts wild. It's good. It's a good time. Werner Herzog seems like a chill dude. That guy got shot once.
By
And
who?
did not. I think it was just an airsoft gun, but he got shot in the stomach, and his reaction was just like, "Oh, I have been shot," and just no sold it completely.
Perfect. I love it. Hell yeah. Mike.
It was just like watching Rayleigh. I was like, that feels like he's got Werner Herzog energy.
Rayleigh?
Rayleigh?
I think it's
Rayleigh?
Rayleigh. I don't know.
Big Ray.
Big Ray. Silvers. Mike, I watched the
What?
first episode of a new... I was cheating on One Piece. I watched a first episode of a new anime that I discovered. And it's called...
What's that?
It's called Go Go Loser Ranger.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that just a Power Rangers anime about Power Rangers who suck?
No, it's apparently it's a shonen manga as well, which is exciting.
All right.
But anyway, it's like basically the plot of Power Rangers. Evil forces came to Earth or whatever planet it is, and Power Rangers defeated evil forces. However, left behind when the evil forces were destroyed were all of like the putties, like the lackeys, and they're all immortal. So basically every Sunday in this big floating arena in the sky, they reenact the fight with like the Power Rangers fighting the like lackey guys, and just like basically have them as slaves, which is fucked up. So it's,
oh my God.
It's like, it's all about like a couple of the so far it's just like there's one guy who's one of like the I forget what they're called, one of like the putties basically, and he's like I don't want to do this anymore, and so it's all about like he wants to like infiltrate the Power Rangers, or the dragon. They're called Dragon Keepers. They're not called Power Rangers.
Are they like evil?
I don't know. So far it just seems like they're like cocky hero types, but I don't know if it's going to devolve into them being like evil. I'm interested because it's just making the putty lackey leftover guys to be like very like endearing. There's a whole scene with all of them trying to like put their heads together to figure out like, all right, this week what kind of monster are we going to do this week? And then they're all like, a tiger, that's the best thing ever. One of us has to be a tiger.
They can just transform into animal? What?
Yeah, I guess they're like shape changers too. It's fun.
That sounds pretty fucking cool.
You should watch. It's on a Hulu. I used someone's Hulu account. That was not my own.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I might have to re-up my Hulu account because I think Sandland came out on Hulu.
Sandland?
Which it is. Look who's reading it right now. It was an early 2000s Akira Toriyama manga about a demon named Beelzebub who helps this sheriff named Rao, get water and find a mystical lake. And this is his buddy Thief, and it's a good time. Look at that old man. I love an old man with a mustache.
You do.
As long as he's not racist.
I can't believe you learned how to read just for this.
I'm just looking at the pictures. Did you know that they have pictures in these?
What?
That's why I can't read One Piece. It's all words. Look at that fucking.
Oh yeah, I like his ribs. The accentuation of his ribs. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I like that visual bit we just did for this podcast.
What visual bit? I can't see anything.
I'm blind. Anyway.
Did you also look at the eclipse? Stared right at it.
Yeah. Did everyone enjoy the eclipse this week? If you were available and around that area, the areas that it went through?
I actually had a pair of binoculars that I held backwards so it would magnify the eclipse into my both eyeballs. But around the big lenses, I put another pair of binoculars so it would kind of like...
I liked it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I taped together a bunch of cardboard boxes and then cut a hole on one end of them and put a piece of aluminum foil over it, and then used a toothpick to make a tiny hole so that I can make a little eclipse projector, and it worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was driving, so I didn't actually observe it.
It was fine. It got a little dark, and then it got bright again. And it got a little cold. The temperature went down, which you would imagine when the sun gets blocked, the temperature goes down. Who would have guessed?
Is that how it gets warm on the Earth?
The sun?
That's crazy. Who would have thought?
Right? I read some article this past week that some scientists figured out that if they spray like this like salt mixture into clouds, it can help cool down temporarily the atmosphere of that particular area that they just did it. They were doing it over like the Pacific Ocean, I think, because they're trying to help deal with climate change.
So we're getting closer to like weather control stations.
Apparently.
Man.
Isn't there like some Saudi Arabia city that controls its own weather? Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
I think that's a thing.
I'm not sure. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Go read Judge Dredd. It's a bleak look into our future, where the cops have too much power, we control the weather, and Donald Trump nukes the planet.
Here we are.
It's a good time.
We're
It's a
almost
good
there.
time.
We're almost there, everybody.
It also predicted Jurassic Park.
If the fucking world ends before we finish One Piece, I'm going to be so sad.
That would be a bummer, wouldn't it?
It would be a little bit of a bummer if we
I
don't
hope we get a warning.
If we don't get to see Kyle from Wano's hot sun.
I do want to see Kyle from Wano's hot sun, who I think I saw an image of at an anime store.
Ooh, an anime store?
But I cannot. If you ask me to describe what Kyle's hot sun from Wano looks like, I don't think I could tell you.
I know he's got horns. That's about it.
See, I was gonna say a hat.
Could be both.
Might be. Yeah, might be.
That's a spoiler territory, though. We're not supposed to know about Kyle from Wano's hot sun. Anyway,
I barely do.
This week we watched episodes 395 to 400. We did it. We made it to 400, Mike.
Whoa.
We're halfway through One Piece.
We're halfway through One Piece. Oh, Matt, that's funny. That reminds me, speaking of episode numbers, episode 395. 5.
Honk, honk, honk. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. This is an official Buggy Watch.
Watch.
It's been 97 episodes since we last saw that big, beautiful, wonderful, large and in charge, sensual, great captain,
thick
Buggy D Clown.
Are we going to count when he gets name dropped?
I don't think. I think that's a Buggy. What was it? A Buggy listen. A Buggy.
There was
a Buggy. There's a Buggy mention in episode 400, which we'll get to.
Does he need to show up in person for it to reset the Buggy count?
Yes.
Or can it just be an image of him? Okay.
I think he needs to be in person.
Okay. All right.
If he shows up like in like a still washing by or like a opening sequence, I don't think it counts. It's gotta be him like in the episode being like, "It's me, Buggy. Oh, Straw Hat Luffy. I'm gonna joik your Pinor."
I'm going to joik your Pinor.
Anyway.
Episode 395.
Episode 395.
These episode titles are going to get better as we go. This one is titled Nami Gives Up the Gold.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
Did you notice?
They're going to get better.
We got a new intro video with this, but it was the same song.
Did you notice the fucking what was in the intro video? It just completely spoils that Kuma shows up and fights the Straw Hats.
It does. There was like also a very long extended sequence of Snake Handjob Lady.
Where? What?
In the intro video, there was like a lot of
what does she look like?
She looks like Robin.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Okay, so the lady who looks exactly like Robin is not Robin, which makes sense because I'm like, I don't know why Robin is standing across from Luffy.
I don't want to.
I was wondering who that was. So that's Boa Hancock.
Yeah, I don't want to like belittle or like.
No, I'll fucking listen. I've known other artists who can draw a face for like women.
Yeah,
there's an artist I knew in college who I really respected, but he could draw one woman.
Mm-hmm.
He would draw multiple of this woman with different hair, different outfits, but it was the same lady.
You went to college with Oda?
I went to college with Oda. Oda's proven he can draw different women. It's just sometimes he's got to draw 2 circles and an X, and a lady's born.
Yep. Anyway.
You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
I get it, because it's selling.
Yeah.
People seem to be very into it.
I think a lot of people are really into it. Yeah.
It's because, Matt, everyone is fucking below us in terms of their taste and the quality of the things they want to consume.
No one
the thing is
appreciates Kokoro like us.
these fucking I don't mean to put on my Joe Rogan hat, but these sheeple can't appreciate the true curves of a pear. Fucking insufferable.
Fucking Kokoro
I don't know.
and Tom. Peak bodies.
Dude,
the ideal bodies.
I'm not even fucking joking when I think that Tom is a big ol' hottie.
No, yeah, he is. And
That man looks like like one of those good bikers who knows how to love.
So giving. We start off and we see Garp and he's chomping crackers. He's chomping crackers with folks at Marine HQ.
Garp's just chomping crack.
Just chomping cracks. Just like Tom, the most
snapping
giving lover.
Snapping back some of that hard, flat rice.
Yep. Having a good time. They're talking about Dark King Silver's Rayleigh. Mm-hmm. Whatever that means.
How he's being sold.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't understand the title.
We've learned that this is a monthly human auction, or a people auction, if you will.
Yeah, they call it something else. They call it like the hiring facility or something.
Yeah, the employment. It's like the employment office.
Employment office. Yeah.
Stupid. It's so that they feel better about themselves.
Yeah, it's like legally we have to call it that.
Yeah, they're like we're not gonna call it the enslavement.
Dude, can you fucking
auction?
Do you think the Straw Hats are gonna have to fight like the director of HR for the Marines?
I think the Straw Hats at one point or another are going to fight every single employee of the Marines, whether it's HR, whether it's the custodians emptying the waste baskets, whether it's, the IT guy who is just friends with all of the transponder snails, and it's just his job to feed them all treats and
brush their teeth
and put wires inside of them.
Maintaining the oral health of your transponder snail. Oh no, I just had a bad thought.
What was your bad thought? You have to say it out loud because we're recording a podcast.
How many people? Okay, hypothetically, transponder snails are real.
Yeah.
There's no way some fucking freak doesn't put their whole dingle into one of those things' mouths.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this on the podcast before.
Have we talked about it?
Someone
we've
getting
recorded
busy with a transponder snail. Yeah.
We've recorded I don't know how many hours of this. The thoughts are going to exit my head, and then I'm going to rediscover them like I'm born anew, like I'm Neo being pulled out of the fucking Matrix, and everything is fresh again.
At some point, years down the line, the way to torture you will be we'll strap you to a chair and just play the podcast back to you, and you're just going to be sitting there hearing you say the same thoughts over and over again, just being like, no, not again, and just like that secondhand embarrassment will just wash
halfway
over
through listening. I'm going to forget everything that I heard previously, and then I'm just going to repeat it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we definitely talked about some freaks getting off to those transponder snails. When we eventually someday talk about the live action on the podcast, I'm sure
they did a live action.
Yeah, right. I'm sure we'll talk about. I guarantee someone who watched that live action show was like, oh, look at that snail mouth. Oh,
it is weird they gave them those DSLs.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I think do they have them in the show or the manga? Maybe.
Transponder snails?
Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We actually got a lot of lore and we don't need to dwell on transponder snails DSLs.
The human employment ceremony is monthly.
If you don't know what a DSL is, go in the Smut Piece channel link of our Discord, link in the description, and ask, and someone will let you know.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it. Just ask the Discord.
Ask the Discord. I just wrote Byron is getting sold.
Yep.
And then some shitheads bid for him.
Byron is a 25-year-old musician. He sells for 600,000 berries.
You think I would have given myself more context for who the fuck Byron is?
It's very important. Also, I wrote down the note that the super bizarre Mr. Disco was giving me Django vibes. I just needed to say that.
Django does seem like the kind of guy who would sell people.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a Marine now, so not so much anymore. What?
This is like a Marine endorsed thing. The Marines all give off the energy of somebody who would sell people.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I did write the note right after talking about Byron. I wrote, all of these people participating in this are disgusting. I hate this. Holy shit. I felt deeply uncomfortable through this whole like process. It was really gross. And I think that's the point, but like...
Yeah. I'm just happy that the time to punch a fascist in this was very short.
Yeah.
It did not take very long. There's a bunch of fake bidders in the audience. Doesn't fucking matter. They're just all being shitty. They're being shitty to shitty people who are also shitty.
Yeah. I as I was watching this, I was like, Disco probably has a bunch of people to drive up the price of things, and then immediately I was like, oh, he did do that. They immediately paid that off.
There you go, Matt. You could run a human auction. Or just a regular auction.
I would love to run a regular auction. I'll auction off people hair.
Ooh, I have a lot of that. Where? It's in a place you wouldn't expect.
Well, I'm saying people hair not on their bodies. I think it's...
Yeah, mine's not on my body.
Like, you got a bag of this good stuff from a nice...
It's in my body.
25-year-old musician. You got a bag of brunette. And then be like, oh, check this out. You got a gallon baggie of blonde from a nice Chihuahua.
I don't like this idea.
It could be dog hair, too.
I don't like that we spent so much time on this.
Anyway, Sanji's chain smoking like 3 cigarettes at once while riding with Duval on his freaking cow bull thing, just being like, can this go any slower? The rest of the Straw Hats are all riding with their Rosy Life riders.
Oh, my roommate was watching this episode with me and pointed out that Sanji has a list of the people being sold, and they're all different, like species, I guess, in One Piece.
Yeah.
Like on there is like human with a long neck, human with long arms, human with long legs, mermaid, giant. Dwarf, I think, was one of them. It's translated in the manga, but not in the show.
Interesting.
Yeah. Fishman was on there. I don't think Skypean or anything, so I guess people don't know that those exist, even though there is one hanging out.
He's a pirate, though. He's not up for auction.
Yeah, but they don't. It doesn't like. You think those freaks would be trying to get their hands on anybody? Anyway, so Straw Hats are... All the rest of the Straw Hats are on the way on the Flying Fish.
Yeah.
We see Usopp interrogating a monkey guy.
Yep.
He's like... What's that? What's the name of the monkey guy? Wukong?
What?
The monkey...
The monkey
god.
pirates? Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
The like from Journey to the West. Sun Wukong. The guy's like, there's a dude that Usopp interrogates who looks like Sun Wukong.
Cool.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that before.
You don't know Journey to the West?
Nope. I'm a shelter.
Have you ever seen a little show called Dragon Ball?
Oh, never mind. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's the Monkey King. There's the person who comes and takes him on a journey. There's a pig. There's a thief.
I'm on it now. I'm like, sorry, I was.
It's all good.
I was just really excited to talk about Zoro fighting a bunch of guys.
Why you do that?
I don't have much on it. I was just. Zoro gets surrounded. Zoro's walking on his way to the auction house, and he's surrounded by dudes, and he just like shuts them all down. And then
was this hockey? Is like hockey starting to be unlocked in Luffy and Zoro?
I think maybe slowly at first. Like I don't think they understand what they're doing. I don't remember if they put so much emphasis on this moment, or they were just like intimidated by him.
I feel like anytime they like get close to the eye,
Yeah.
and it does the thing where it's like a dot with like a couple little lines around it.
It's like,
And then somebody, like the bad guys, back off and get all scared or something or pass out, then it's hockey.
yeah.
And I think hockey is just I'm so scary, you die.
You know who else had hockey? The Dunkachino family.
It's it's true.
They played hockey.
You know, and that's the thing, is a lot of people just don't know that they were the first. That was the first instance of hockey.
Yeah, in One Piece.
True hockey mastery.
Yeah, truly. Where they really had mastered it. Really.
I can't fucking. We're gonna be like episode 1012, and we're gonna be like, ma'am, do you remember Dunkachino? What a
Yeah.
fucking badass.
Remember Duran and his Spa Island? His big cannon?
That was. I can't wait for Foxy to come back.
Remember Papa Gussie?
Do you remember Papa? I bet we see Papa Gussie. I bet Papa Gussie joins the Straw Hats.
All right, that's your prediction. You heard it here first, everyone. Anyway, we learned that Duval's actually just been heading to the auction house the whole time, while all the rest of the Rosy Life riders have been with the Straw Hats going all over the place.
Yeah, and he's like, a leader always makes it there first.
Yeah.
And then Chopper immediately shows up like a second before him.
Yeah, and Sanji's pissed, which is great.
Yeah.
Then everybody else starts rolling up.
Yeah, Frankie shows up.
Luffy shows up. Nami shows up.
Yeah, Sanji's trying to get his way into the auction house, but is not having any luck. I wrote smug guy is smug. I think the guard guarding the door is really smug about it. And then Frankie's just ready to shoot him.
Yeah,
until
he
Nami's like,
gets to blow him up, and then we're like, no, we can't not make a
Yeah.
big deal about this, or else like Marines are gonna show up and we're not gonna get Cammy back.
yeah. And fucking Nami is like, we have about 200 million berries worth of gold back on the ship. We'll use that to buy back Cammy.
Which is
Like,
crazy.
We'll play their fucking game. Yeah, Nami doing this. Because Nami loves ladies.
She does.
Nami will give up gold for a cute girl. That's the kind of person
Yeah,
Nami is.
like Lola.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She was really into Khalifa.
Yeah.
Like, she gave Khalifa the Sanji treatment for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, Straw Hats roll up into the auction house minus Brooke. It's Brooke. Sorry.
Brooke, Robin, and Brooke. No.
Brooke, Robin,
and
Usopp,
Usopp.
and Zoro.
not
Zoro's
there.
not there yet.
Oh, yeah, Zoro's not there. I don't think Luffy's there yet either.
He's not. Brooke, Luffy, Zoro, Robin, Usopp are not there yet.
Wow. It took us a while, but we got there,
We got
folks.
there, everyone. Names.
They get into the auction center, and they're fucking pissed.
They're immediately mad. They see a woman get
Disgusted.
sold for 3 million berries right in front of them. And then...
Oh, yeah, we cut away to papers just falling from the sky.
Yeah, the government drops a bunch of papers down onto Sabaody, and we learn that there's like not any Marines really like directly near the archipelago because Ace is going to be executed.
Yep. Fire, Fist, and Ace.
Which seems like a problem for
That
Luffy
doesn't it?
to take care of.
For a lot of people. I mean, we know that in the world of piracy, Ace is like one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Because he's Whitebeard's right-hand man.
Second in command or second
Yeah.
vice, whatever.
Something, but big deal. Big
Second
deal.
division.
I just wrote the note Luffy and Luffy on the way to the auction house.
I wrote Luffy stretching dude's face.
Probably that fish rider. Is
Oh yeah,
probably what
he's
I
like
meant to write.
scratching and scratching and yeah. And then Zoro's walking through Grove 2. Brooke is scared with a dude. Usopp's nervous with a dude. Robin's just sitting. And then we see the auction folks are gathering Cammy together. And that's the end of the episode.
There's a Jolly Roger on the wall of the auction house that we see a few times. Do you know what that Jolly Roger is?
No, I don't.
Have we seen that before? Okay.
No.
It annoyed me because it just looked like a regular little smiley face with a line kind of haphazardly slashed through it. So that means like a
Interesting.
pirate is involved in this somehow?
I don't
Or
like
it's
that.
nothing.
I think it's nothing. I doubt a pirate would be involved in the auction house. Unless they're a piece of shit.
Maybe it could be a warlord, is what I was
Maybe.
thinking.
Fuck him. Fuck that warlord. Episode 396.
Luffy punches a 1%er.
Yeah, he does. Let's fucking go.
Fucking feels good.
Yeah.
I've decided if I don't respect a character, I'm not going to remember their names, which goes for the Celestial Dragons. It goes for all the admirals. Don't fucking care.
Okay.
I can't be bothered.
I was not being bothered. The snotty-nosed celestial dragon, I was not bothering to learn his name, but then I finally listened for a moment and learned his name, and now I want to say his name because it's the dumbest name ever.
What's his name?
His name's Charlos.
Charlos?
Yeah.
I just called him Dumb Dragon Guy, and he shows up,
Yep.
and he's all like, I hope they have a mermaid.
Yep. And he's mad
and-
he's late, and he kicks his human horse, which is fucked up.
Yep, and then he
Fuck
says,
that
I don't
man.
want it anymore.
Yep.
They sell off a pirate captain guy,
Lakuba.
just dies,
well, Lakuba,
like
he
bites his tongue
he
off or
bites
something.
his own tongue off. I don't think he dies. I think he passes out.
Sorry, yes, I forgot. Nobody dies in One Piece.
Of
My next
course.
note is not dead.
Not dead. To be fair, some other people might die, but not this guy. He just bit off his own tongue. Totally
I
different.
don't think anybody dies. Kami's next after this guy. They're getting her all ready. Those slaver guys that Zoro ran into in the last episode bump into him again.
Yep. And
he's like,
hey, you gave me bad directions.
they definitely didn't, but before he can beat the shit out of them, Luffy just flies by and does a real classic Zoro grab.
Yeah.
And I really like it when Luffy does this because it's just... Well, there was like a time forever ago. It may have been the G8 arc where Luffy like grabs Zoro and they hit like the side of the ship.
Yeah.
His precision was really off and they just eat shit and it was very good. But
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a Luffy grabbing a Zoro.
Yeah, it's good shit. It's real good shit. And he's just grumpy, and it's fine. Then we cut back to the auction, and they bring out Kami.
Yep.
And they make a big old to-do about it. Disco's doing his thing, and then they immediately start the auction, and that fuck Charlos goes, 500 million berries!
More like Chardlos.
Yeah. More like charred butt.
Fuck.
Anyway, they immediately...
It starts at 5 million. 500 million.
500 million berries. Everyone loses their fucking minds and just are quiet. And then
Chopper's so fucking angry about it.
everyone is very upset. So the bid ends. They sell her, and that's it. And then fucking Kid and his crew go to leave, but then we hear like the screaming of Luffy, and Luffy and Zoro crash in through the roof of the auction house. Down into it. Everyone's like, what is going on?
As soon as Luffy figures out what's going on, he's like immediately like, I'm gonna go kick everybody's ass until Hachi holds him back. But he uses all his arms.
Yeah.
And he reveals he's a fish man. I don't think we said that. Hachi's been wearing a hoodie, but with only one set of arms sticking out, so he looks like a weird guy.
Yeah. While this is happening, like all the big wig pirates are like looking at Luffy being like, look at this motherfucker. Hell yeah. This guy's fucking here to fuck shit up. This guy's the man. And there's like, there's something so gratifying as a watcher or a consumer of One Piece where like, you know, the Straw Hats are like, they're your crew. You feel emotionally attached to them. And then when all these other characters that are supposed to be like really big and intimidating are all of a sudden like, whoa, check out this motherfucker. He's fucking awesome. It makes you be like, yeah, that's my fucking boy. That's my fucking boy Luffy. They better recognize he's a fucking man. Hell yeah.
I love that kid's reaction is like, oh, hell yeah. I've been looking for this guy. I've been wanting to see this guy do something fucking crazy this whole time.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm so pumped. This guy's going to do something nuts.
Yeah, I love that. It brings me so much joy just to being like, yeah, all these other characters are so excited to also see our crew. It's great. It's just like earlier when like Zoro shows up and all the pirates are like, this fucking guy is the fucking man. Fuck yeah, Roronoa Zoro. And I was like, yeah, he is.
He's just a first mate.
It's like, yeah, he fucking is. He's the best. Excuse me. I burped. Anyway, Luffy's running down the steps to the auction house because he's like, all right, I got to take care of this. I'm going to go get Kami. And then
Hachi stops him, busts out all the arms to hold him back, and then everybody, all the racists, all the rich racist people are like, oh, fuck, a gross a fish man. Yep. And then
that fuck Charlos.
Charred body over there glocks Hachi.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he pulls out the Glock.
Luffy goes to murder him, and Hachi stops him. He's like, it's fine. I just wanted to make amends. I just wanted to right all the bad things I did. I feel bad for everything I did to Nami. And like he's like having a moment.
Yep.
And Luffy, like, it seems like he's gonna respect it for a second, but then he just shakes off Hachi, walks up, and in the same way we talked about last episode, the animation, this dude gets hit so fucking hard the animation had to change.
It's so good. And right before he punches Charlos too, like it shows Law and Kid, and they're all like, "Oh shit, this is happening!" And then he just fucking loses it and just punches like the color out of him.
It's all just like sketch line, like speed lines for everything. Like there's no like solid shape. It's all just whoosh.
Yeah, it's
really
awesome.
good.
It's so good.
If you haven't seen it, if you just read this and haven't seen it, fucking just Google Luffy punching Celestial Dragon and enjoy yourself.
It's great. It's really, really great. And that's the end of the episode.
This is also like he shoots at Luffy and like Luffy just like dodges some bullets too. It's so fucking good. The MVP was that punch and the animation for that punch.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I might go watch that back after we finish recording this just because it was so good.
If you're having a bad day and you're like, man, rich people are bad.
Yeah. These couple episodes were really freaking great. Like fighting and animation wise. There's just a lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's great.
You know, I get torn up watching this. It feels a little weird that despite being a show about punching fascists, it is such like a big multimedia franchise that like, you know, like if you own some merchandise from it, like where was that made? Was it ethically produced? Like there's lots of, I know it's a thing I can't shake. Because like they've fucking teamed up with McDonald's.
Shut up.
I don't know.
Shut up, Mike. Stop thinking about it too hard.
It just would have been nice if Oda did a Bill Watterson and was like, don't sell any products unless they're handmade by small artists.
And then I'm sure there are also pivotal and important works of art that are just as good as One Piece out there.
Yes.
But if you didn't have the advertisements and the consumerism aspect of it, you would not necessarily experience it. So there's like this like back and forth. I think it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a thing that it's hard not to think about because of what the show's about.
Sure.
Not that I'm saying it's but
like,
it's hard to be.
What are you gonna do? Like there's
you
no
can't be a good.
ethical
Yeah, I commit a fucking atrocity by buying an apple at the grocery store.
Yeah,
it's just how the world is. I get it.
You can't feel guilty about watching One Piece, but also for watching One Piece, but also feel like inspired by the messages of One Piece.
Yeah,
and be like, well, now I can't watch One Piece because I'm inspired by One Piece.
I'm just letting you know my honest thoughts and the conflict and why I only buy my Foxy figures secondhand.
Of course, yeah.
I didn't mean to get all weird with it.
You can get all the weird you want, baby.
Fucking thought.
I'm sitting in a room full of figures behind me. It's fun.
I know. I've got a bunch in front of me and probably behind me. I was also thinking about how Bulma would probably be a One Piece villain.
Yeah. Absolutely. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
It's hard to say. She'd
hard
get along with Nami, but she's
would.
also committed... Bulma's definitely committed war crimes.
Yeah. But haven't the Straw Hats also committed war crimes?
Not yet. I don't think they've used mustard gas on anybody. Episode 3.
They killed 10,000 Marines.
No, they're all fine.
They killed
Luffy?
10,000 Marines at Enies Lobby.
The Marines killed the Marines. Luffy doesn't kill anybody because that would be too kind a thing to do to them.
Could you argue that all of those Marines that died at Enies Lobby, though, wouldn't have died if the Straw Hats didn't go to Enies Lobby? I mean, they would have died eventually because natural causes are, life.
Yeah, see, that's the thing they don't talk about is it's really kind of the...
It's really kind of the Straw Hats to murder people.
To help them die before they get old and sick. It's the ethical way to do it.
Or before those folks commit war crimes and atrocities, the Straw Hats kill them before they can.
What if you found out that every time the Straw Hats were fighting a group of Marines, it was the same big group of Marines, and they're like, how the fuck do we keep getting stuck against these people?
Whoa.
Somebody should compare. We should go, maybe I'll go back and I'll look at every background group of Marines that gets beat up, because I bet they all kind of look similar. It might be the same guys a couple times.
How would you feel if every time you watched an episode of One Piece where Marines are getting killed by Straw Hats, that in an alternate universe, those Marines are actually dying?
Like real humans are getting killed?
Yeah.
Every time I watch an episode of One Piece?
Yeah.
I guess I'd stop. If I knew for sure that was happening, I'd probably stop watching One Piece.
I wouldn't. It's too good. One Piece too good. Episode 397.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Hey, everyone. Hey, motherfuckers. Would you keep watching One Piece?
They would.
Yeah, they would. They know more about it than we do. Anyway, Charlos is dead.
That title is What's With That Bear?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I drew a little grungly face of a bear.
Is it BEPO? Where is it? BEPO! Fuck yeah, that looks just like BEPO.
Dude, I gotta talk about my conflicted feelings on BEPO.
You want to do it right now?
No, we'll get to when it happens. That's fine.
Anyway, Charlos is dead. And
he's dead.
And all the Straw Hats are lined up, fucking ready to fight, fucking ready to go. Everyone's got shadows on their face, and I was like, let's fucking go.
They're full Enies Lobby, just all in a line, arms folded, we'll kill whoever.
Yeah, and it shows Kid and Law, and they're both just chuckling. They're like, oh shit, it's the Straw Hats. Yeah. Fuck.
That fucking big dragon guy pulls out a big crunchy Cheeto gun and starts shooting.
Yeah.
And then Sanji kicks him.
Yep. Sanji kicks him. The auction house is just full panic mode. Everyone's freaking the fuck out.
They're running out. Frankie goes to find the keys for Kami's collar thing.
Yeah. At this point, we're in the back room with the Giant and Rayleigh, and they're just like, what's going on? And Rayleigh's like, well, I'm out of booze. See you later.
Yeah, time to go. We just got a lot of the Straw Hats fighting guards, kicking butt. I have a new name for this old celestial dragon.
Okay.
And there's some backstory to it. You know the Celeste pizzas?
Yes.
Those like mini microwavable in America. For those who don't know, we have mini microwavable pizzas that are basically cardboard with cheese on top.
Yeah.
And they are delicious. Fold them in half, eat them like a sandwich. I, for the longest fucking time, thought they were called Mama Celeste pizzas. And I think it's just because there's like a little Italian old woman on it. And I thought she was Mama Celeste. Or maybe they were called that, and it's like a Berenstein Bears thing.
Ooh. Mandela effect.
But I decided to name him Papa Celeste.
Ooh, Papa Celeste.
Yep. He's pissed, and he shoots them with a Cheeto gun, and he wants to call the Navy, and he gets kicked by Sanji.
Yep. Hell yeah. Papa Celeste.
It's very important that everybody knew
Papa
that.
Gussie and Papa Celeste under the same roof.
Papa Gussie Gino, Papa Celeste.
He's Papa John. Can you eat Papa John Celeste?
And we don't want to talk about Papa John.
He
We don't want Papa John's in
ate
this house.
40 pizzas in 30 days.
Can we agree that Papa John's is like one of the weaker...
Yeah, I fucking hate
It's
Papa.
probably the
I
weakest
don't like Papa John's
chain.
at all. Sorry,
Like,
motherfuckers, if you like Papa John's pizza. Papa John's pizza fucking sucks.
It's just like red 40 acid on it with cheese.
I haven't had Papa John's pizza in many years, and I am glad.
They need to rename it Papa Shack's Pizza.
I would feel better. I still wouldn't eat it, but I wouldn't feel such animosity. Have you seen all the video of like the Papa John being like unhinged in interviews?
I know he's like a bigot or something.
Or he's like he was like, yeah, he's definitely a bigot, but also there was like he said something about like there will be a reckoning. He's like, a reckoning's coming. The end times are coming, and then they're like,
it's such a bummer. If that was all about pizza, it'd be fucking great.
He's like, I've only eaten Papa John's pizza every day for the past month and a half, and he's like sweating. Anyway, fuck that man. Anyway, we cut over to
Write in and
Usopp.
let us know what the best fast food pizza is.
Let us know
cut
what
over
the
to
best
Usopp.
pizza is in general. I like a Greek-style pizza, like the crust with the all crungly crust and stuff.
Ooh, it's good.
It's crispy.
I was about to
fluffy.
tell people my new favorite pizza place, but it would dox me, so I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that. Or do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Say? Anyway, Usopp's all mad. He can't be the last of the auction. He's like, we got to get there fast. And he ends up falling off of his Rosy Life Riders fucking thing. What's it called?
Fish?
Flying fish. There we go. And he ends up falling, and Robin catches him. Anyway, we cut back. In the crowd, all of a sudden, Rayleigh's there, and he pickpockets a dude.
Some fucking mugs a dude.
Yeah, he's just like sitting there on the stage. He's like, here I am, doing the thing.
Yeah. The Marines are arriving at this point, too, surrounding the building.
Oh, sorry, he's not on stage yet. He's running through a crowd of people. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, he like bumps in, and he's just like, I got what I need, and he's got a big bag of berries.
Yep.
Big old bag of berries.
While the Straw Hats are fighting, Zoro does a 36 caliber Phoenix and almost hits Sanji and Luffy.
Yeah, he's like, hey, duck, and they do.
And they're like, what are you doing? And then he ended up cutting the top off the tank that Kami was in.
Yep. Kid and Law continue to watch and just be like, this is fucking baller.
Yeah.
This is great.
Kid and Law are like, this guy's crazy. This is awesome. Hell yeah.
I thought Law was going to be the more tame out of these three.
No, he's a fucking nasty motherfucker. I don't like him at all.
Kid seems to have his shit together and seems to be like just like a little bit more of like a plain old pirate.
Yeah.
And Law's just like a weird fucking K-pop fuckboy who showed up and starts fingering people's body parts off.
Yeah, he's a little nasty motherfucker. Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, Robin's like, the entrance is blocked, and Brooke's like, let's crash into the building. And then they do. Robin ends up doing her like arm wing, flesh wing thing, and then Spawn dumps a dude. Brooke lands down on the ground, and then Chopper gives him milk. And he's like, I feel so great.
Yeah, he's like, I broke my spine, and then Chopper's like, here, have some milk, and he's like, calcium.
Usopp gets dropped off of the roof down into the auction house, and he falls down and lands on top of Papa John Celeste.
Yeah, Usopp's just
doing it Usopp.
top of the list. greatest criminal of all time.
Hell yeah.
Law mentions that the Marines were already in place around Sabaody because they were looking for somebody important. I mentioned his crew looks cool. I like that they all have matching jumpsuits.
Yeah.
And Robin immediately IDs. She's like, "Oh, that's Travis Law and Eustace Jeremiah Kidd."
Yep. She gives the names. The daughter, Celestial Dragon.
Sister Celeste.
Sister Celeste. She pulls a gun on Kami, and then she goes to shoot
a while.
For a while,
long
she's
time.
there for a bit, but then she gets
yells.
bonged. She gets bonged, which is hockey. She gets hockeyed by Rayleigh, and Rayleigh and
I thought it was just because he busts out from behind the wall.
No, it made the
shook
hockey
it.
sound. It made the
okay.
It was the bong.
Like when they score a goal.
Yeah, it goes bong. Because then later he does a bong to a bunch of people. But he does a bong, and then Rayleigh and the giant just like walk through the wall. And we learn that Rayleigh got locked up just to steal money because he had ran out of money gambling, and he's like, now I got money again, so I can go back to gambling. And Rayleigh and the giant don't have their collars on, and everyone's like,
no, what's going on? Oh, just hit my microphone. Interesting. How'd they do that?
Yeah. And then Rayleigh, I love this. He just immediately like sees Hachi on the ground, and then he just looks around the room, and he's just like, I know exactly what's going on here.
It's like let's not waste any time.
Yeah.
You're in danger, and these guys helped you.
Yeah. And so he fucking hockey blasts everyone in the fucking auction house, but only the people that he wanted to, like only the bad people. Everybody else is fine.
I think the way it works is like I don't think they can pinpoint where the hockey goes. At least like here he mentions, it might be the next episode. He mentions he's like, "Oh, you guys are really tough to withstand that."
Oh.
Like I think it's just that everybody who's still standing is fucking
all the Straw Hats are just that good.
They've been through it. They're tough as nails. Like I mean even like Usopp, Chopper, Nami, like they're like not affected by it.
I mean, Usopp's the strongest of them all. We've established this.
Usopp, if you like we've talked about, they're all D&D characters.
Yeah.
Usopp would be like level 5 but with like 400 hit points.
Yeah. His constitution's like at like fucking 30.
He's that man's going to get hit square in the chest with a nuclear warhead and be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's just built different.
Yeah.
Like if Mihawk had tried to cut Usopp,
yeah,
he would have broken his sword.
Oh, whoa! Those are them fighting words.
Or at least Usopp wouldn't have a scar. Yeah, that would fully heal.
Yeah,
he's just built different.
Yeah,
it's probably because he's not underage and drinking alcohol.
That's true. Anyway, fucking everyone in the room gets hockey blast, and then Rayleigh's just like, "Oh, I've been wanting to meet you, Straw Hat Luffy," and that's the end of the episode.
Luffy. Oh man, I do like Rayleigh's voice. Rayleigh's voice. I thought it was a little creepy at first. It is a little creepy.
No, I like
it. Feels like
a lot.
It feels like the voice of an old man you'd meet in real life.
Yeah. Historian told me who he also did the voice for, and something else.
I feel like I looked it up and I don't remember. MVP for that one is Giant Jeans, because that giant is just only wearing a pair of jeans. He's got his Levi's on. I also forgot to mention when Usopp is on the way on the flying fish, one of the flying fish riders radios in. He's like, "Oh, Straw Hat, the cute redhead, the young master, swordsman, exhibitionist, and reindeer have already arrived." And when it's showing all their faces except for Frankie, it just shows his ass.
Hell yeah.
And I just like that we were completely on point with our sexualization of Frankie from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's been the whole thing.
Yeah. Fucking I got it right here, Mike. Do you want to know who else the voice actor for Rayleigh voices?
Yeah.
Do you remember the character Lemo from Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Superheroes?
Oh, wait. I fucking told you this.
Yeah, he's a little orange guy.
Yeah, the beanie alien.
Yeah.
Why did I think that was somebody else?
I don't know.
That was literally 394. That was my MVP. Was the beanie alien from DBZ Pro?
Oh, did we talk about this on the podcast?
We fucking talked about it. I knew this. I think in my brain, like, I thought that was somebody else.
This was me testing you, Mike. Literally the last episode of the
God.
podcast we recorded. You had this.
I thought every day that I age, Matt, I'm like,
This is why
my mind's gonna be fucking gone when I'm 60. It's just gonna be gone.
This is why I listen to the podcast back. So
I fucking listened to that episode. I listened to that episode.
Anyway,
This podcast is just gonna be a documentation of my gradual dementia.
yeah, I think it's great.
I'm glad you're gonna hold my hand through it.
I listened to it's
Oh, that's gonna be great because then we can just start from the beginning, and it's like I've never seen it.
yeah, and we're like, wow, look at this blossoming friendship.
I wonder if Luffy's gonna get to the One Piece.
Yeah, it's like a fun little time capsule for us.
Yeah. When does Goku show up?
I can't wait to see Goku. He doesn't he show up in like 200 episodes? Isn't there that episode?
Goku?
Yeah, isn't there that crossover episode?
Dude, if Goku shows up in an episode, I'm gonna shit my pants.
We talked about this in the first
I
year
don't
of the
remember.
podcast. Like there was a whole thing with Cartoon Network where they were showing like the lost episode or whatever, or 2 episodes where there's a crossover between Dragon
I didn't think
Ball.
that was gonna be like in the episodes of One Piece though.
I don't know.
We should fucking watch that.
Anyway, we should when we get to it.
I know they've crossed over and like Zoro hung out with Piccolo and stuff.
Yeah. Episode
Episode 398.
Yeah, episode 590 of One Piece. Dragon Ball, Toriko, and Dragon Ball Z. One Piece.
I'm gonna
We are within
Hit my
200
pants.
episodes of that.
Dude, all I've been waiting for in One Piece is for Goku to show up.
I mean, isn't that what? It's fine. We'll get there. Episode 398. Everyone's freaking out about Marines. What's your title?
Law gets weird with a man's head.
Fucking freak. This nasty boy freak. Fuck him.
Fucking wild. Do you want to know the MVP?
Yeah.
It's ethical beheadings.
Nice.
Everyone's freaking out, like you were saying, because of Luffy. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
There's so much plot. All the
little
other top pirates are trying to leave.
Yeah, little Tony Soprano. Is that his name? It's not just called The Sopranos. The guy's name is Tony Soprano, right?
Yeah. Fun fact. I literally started watching The Sopranos for the first time 2 days ago.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I just started watching it. It's great so far. I'm having a good time. The whole second episode, spoilers. The whole second episode is like Tony Soprano's son's like, my favorite teacher at school's car got stolen right out of the school parking lot, and Tony's like, I'll take care of it. And then he gets his boys, and like there's a subplot of his boys like tracking down where this fucking car went, and then by the end of it, they just stole some other car that looks just like the teacher's stolen car, and finds the plates, and they put the plates on it and like spray paint it to look like the teacher's stolen car. And the teacher's like, I don't believe it. My car's back. This is so exciting.
Okay, wait. Tony Soprano's just like a vigilante.
So far, Tony Soprano's just like, he's like a fucking Italian mobster, but he's just like doing like wholesome shit for his kids while also like murdering people. It's great. I'm like, Sopranos is great.
Tony Soprano would be the best Batman villain.
Yeah.
Batman's just like, I'll solve this crime, and Tony Soprano's like, I already did it.
Yeah.
He's
kind of just real life. He's just Italian. And then literally the other thing that's going on is every episode so far that I've watched, Tony Soprano's just in therapy. And I'm just like, and it's like him dealing with like panic attacks and stuff. I was like, this is not what I was expecting the Sopranos to be. This is great.
Man, I don't know anything about the Sopranos other than like a meme.
Yeah. All I knew is woke up this morning, got some gabagool.
Woke up this morning.
But now I'm like, I'm all in. I'm like, Tony Soprano goes to therapy. He's got Prozac. He's just trying to not have fucking, he's just trying to like be a good dad and like not have panic attacks. And I was like, wow, Tony Soprano is literally like the millennial dream right now.
Man, if you asked me an hour ago where I thought this episode was going to go. It was not here. It was not
It's
here.
not. No. Sorry, everyone.
Do the Sopranos have a good theme?
What? It's that song. The woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. It's like a really good theme song.
Oh,
it's that song.
Okay.
I know Donkey did the woke up this morning, got some gabagool.
Oh yeah.
It's that song, but the actual song. It's great. Gets me going.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm watching The Sopranos, everyone. That's going to be our first Patreon exclusive. Is just
buckle up.
The Sopranos.
Funpranos?
It's the Funpranos, and it's just going to be me recapping episodes of The Sopranos every week. Nothing to do with anime or One Piece whatsoever.
Oh man, I can't fucking wait for that.
Yep.
It's gonna insane.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to just do anime.
We could watch The Sopranos.
We could do.
I'm not making this up either. I know it sounds hilarious. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just Tony Soprano. He's going to therapy. He's getting Prozac. He's trying to be a good dad.
I bet at least 10% of the people listening have seen some episodes of this. 10 episodes of The Sopranos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd imagine.
And I mean, I know it's basically anime.
It's basically anime for sure. Anyway,
what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, a little Tony Soprano leaves the island.
Yes.
Beige
Capone. I'm not calling him Beige or Beggy.
And then Bonnie's eating food, and they're like, we should probably go. And she's like, I'm going to get them straw hats in the new world.
Yeah.
Aruji is brooding.
Yeah.
Drake is also leaving.
Yeah.
But Apu is like, just chill. He's like, I want to see where this shit's going.
Scratch Minapoo.
And Hawkins is also like, I won't die today. Today is not my day to die. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
We cut over to Marie Joie and main admiral, big admiral
Kizaru?
Rengoku?
No, Sengoku.
Rengoku is Demon Slayer.
Rengoku.
Big Top Admiral Sengoku is really upset, and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with this bloodline? Like, Jesus Christ, Garp. Like,
and Garp's just like, yeah, whatever, that's my grandson. It's fine.
Garp is like when you work at a Walmart and you got the one good manager who's just like will fist fight a customer for you with no consequence. Yeah. And Garp's is like, I don't know, I tried.
Yeah, he's like, I did my best. It's fine. He's just got to do his thing.
The pinstripe tea-sucking admiral is like, I'll handle it. I got this one, you guys.
Kizaru's on his way.
These
admirals aren't going to die like the fucking Papa Celeste and stuff. Like, the admirals are going to be around.
They're also, I just learned from my roommate, based on real Japanese actors. That's why they all have very realistic man faces.
Hell yeah. I love it.
I just don't respect them.
That's fine.
I respect this guy more than Aokiji, and I don't like that I've memorized Aokiji's name.
That wasn't hard. They said his name a lot.
I know. It's fucking annoying.
Anyway.
But Pinstripe Tea-Sucker is on his way.
Then we cut over. We see Disco. And he's freaking out because his auction got fucked up. So he calls Don Flamingo.
Oh, fuck off, Matt. That's Don Flamingo's flag.
Oh, yeah, that is Don Flamingo's flag. That makes sense.
Hold on.
Don Flamingo is the one behind the auction house. What a dick. What a fucking dick.
Fucking dick shitting.
Dick shitting poopy butthole Don Flamingo. Piss button. Butt pissing poopy dick Don Flamingo.
Don Flamingo. Oh,
What happened? Are you okay? Do you need first aid?
I was just Googling poopy butthole Don Flamingo's Jolly Roger, but I did write Don Flamingo Jolly Roger.
Did it come up? Did it come up?
It did. It auto-corrected to Do Flamingo. No. I forgot that it's not Don Flamingo.
No, it's Do Flamingo, but truly his name is Don Flamingo.
Dude, this Jolly Roger is so fucking annoying to me.
Yeah.
It's just slightly... Look at it. It's like the line is just...
It's just a smiley face
with
a line through it. It's the worst. Anyway, he calls Don Flamingo, and Don Flamingo's like, nah, I'm not going to do anything about it.
I'm on vacation hot. He doesn't have a weird laugh or anything.
He says
He's
it.
just kinda...
He says the phrase. It's all about the smiles now.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know what that means.
I bet he's gonna be kind of like Ryan Seacrest.
I don't like.
I don't know
that.
what it is. Don Flamingo gives me Ryan Seacrest vibes.
He's gonna poop his pants.
Did Ryan Seacrest poop his
I don't
pants?
Probably at some point.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
yeah,
has.
That's true. Everyone's pooped their pants.
Anyway,
at least once.
he says there's gonna be a big old fight, and it's gonna be the Whitebeard pirates versus the 7 warlords of the sea.
The warlords are all on active duty.
Yeah.
And while he's sipping a pina colada.
Yeah. He likes getting caught in the rain, so no one can see that he pissed his butt.
He loves going to cheat on his wife with his wife.
Yep.
That's Don Flamingo's favorite activity. Do you think he was on the dunes of the Cape in that shot?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fucking slip on wearing no socks, Don Flamingo.
Slip on, no socks, penny loafer, Don Flamingo. Meanwhile, at the auction house, Rayleigh's gonna remove Kamie's collar, and Frankie's running around trying to find the keys, and Rayleigh's like, "No, I got this." And everyone's freaking out a little bit, and he's like, "It's all good."
The Marines mentioned that the Special Vanguard is coming, and I don't know when this is actually gonna matter. I feel like it doesn't.
I'm sure it'll matter next episode.
Maybe, yeah.
For us.
But yeah,
Rayleigh sets off the collar, and it starts ticking as Frankie comes like running back in. But then like with the keys, but then he just like fucking deflects the explosion away somehow.
Yeah.
Just using his fucking
super
powerful Rayleigh abilities. And she's fine.
Yeah, she is okay. Papa Gussie is overwhelmed with emotion and just like flops down the stairs.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Frankie frees the rest of the slaves with the keys. Usopp is very confused about what the fuck is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Hachi recognizes hockey being used. And Rayleigh mentions that like, oh, you guys must be tough to withstand that.
Yeah. He also asked them to just call him Ray.
Yeah.
He's like,
because Kid recognizes that he's the Dark King Silver's
Rayleigh.
And he's like, nobody's called me that in a long time. Call me Ray.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Marines have the whole auction house surrounded now.
Fucking Kid's like, well, I'm going to go deal with this. You babies can stay here.
Yeah.
And this word immediately triggers Law and Luffy. And they're like, we are not babies.
Yeah.
We're big boys, and we're going to go beat up Marines.
Yeah. And then it just turns into 3 of them being like, no, I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And then they work really well together.
Yeah. The Papa Gussie's, he's all sad, but Kamie's like, it's all good, baby. And then the giant and the other no longer enslaved folks are going to escape. And they're like, we'll repay you, Straw Hats, somehow, because you cool. And then immediately, fucking Luffy starts fighting some Marines, and then Kid fucking electrocutes some dude, and then Law fucking cuts some dude's head off, and then teleports it to his hand. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening right now? I was very upset. And I was like,
it was like,
Law is a fucking freak. I don't like it.
We know Luffy. We know what Luffy does. Kid was very obviously, he's like a magnet man.
Yeah, he's Magneto.
Like a magnet fruit.
He's Magneto.
Yeah. He's like the dude from RE8 who can like control metal and machines and stuff.
Yeah, he's Heisenberg. That bitch. What's her name? What's the bad lady in
Lady Demetrescu?
No, the mom of all of them. Mother
Miranda?
That bitch, Mother Miranda. That
Resident Evil 8, guys, it's good.
That bitch, Admiral Kizaru. Yeah, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, fucking great. Everyone should play it.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Fucking, yeah. Resident Evil 4, also good. I'm willing to bet
7,
one of
also
those.
really good.
7's really good. They're all, not all.
Not all. Not
modern
all.
Resident Evil is good.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2, yeah. This is good. We're going to do our Patreon Resident Evil podcast.
Yep, that'll be in there too, everyone. Get ready.
But yeah, Lot doesn't do anything else for most of this.
No.
Like, he does something in the next episode, but like for most of this, while Luffy and Kid are fighting off a bunch of Marines, he's just like flopping around a man's head in his hands.
Just finger flopping ahead.
Luffy does like the fingernet. Luffy fingers some balls.
He does.
Some cannon balls. Whips some Marines, loses his hat for a second. Kid repels a bunch of swords and guns. Law is still just fucking around with that dude's head.
Yep.
And then it's the end of the episode.
Yep. Episode 399.
Here is where the titles get good. This is the best one.
Okay.
Episode 399. Big Booty Barty K versus Bountiful Bumps BEPO and his friend T-Pain Law.
Ooh.
Yeah.
T-Pain Law. Oh.
Right? That was a good one.
T-Pain Law's good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Law looks like he'd wear a clock around his neck.
That's not T-Pain.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of...
oh, T-Pain's got the teeth.
Yeah. You're thinking about...
and the glasses? Does T-Pain have glasses?
Flavor Flav is who you're thinking
Flavor
of.
Flav. Oh, fuck.
Flavor of Love.
Yeah, T-Pain's the glasses and the teeth. What the fuck?
Flavor of Love is actually a good name for... Or Taste of Love? Taste of Law? Taste
have you seen
D-Law?
Have you seen Plain Flavor T-Pain?
Yeah. He was at WrestleMania this year.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the audience. They showed him at one point. Everyone's like, it's T-Pain!
It's crazy how you take the sunglasses off a guy and he just looks like a dude.
Oh, I just had
Wild.
the worst burp ever. I'm so sorry, everyone.
T-Pain's only 39.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yeah, good for you.
Anyway, Marines are making formations to try and get into the auction house to save the celestial dragons, whatever. Law throws that dude's head's body. Sorry. Law throws that dude's head. Meanwhile, his body is burning. Which is fucked up. And then he makes another weird circle around a bunch of dudes. And then we had this as a fucking game months ago where it was him like doing a motion and there were just body parts everywhere. Yeah, if you go back in the game on the Discord.
We haven't played the game in forever.
Yeah, if you go back in the game, let me find it. From July 27th, 2023, there is a game and it's literally Law making his orb shit and there's just body parts flying all over the place. And I immediately recognized it, and I was like, this fucking freak. Law. I don't like his powers. They're gross. Just like body parts flop. And then he starts like putting dudes like heads on butts and arms on legs and...
Oh, and heads on barrels and stuff.
Heads on grundles and everything else. Thumping them all around. Anyway, he's a freak. He's nasty. I don't understand why y'all like him. I'm going to say, like, 2 episodes from now, I'm going to be like, this guy's the man. But for right now,
Matt, he does have a very big sword.
That's fine.
It's like if you took the length of a Sephiroth sword and made it girthy.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, other people have had large swords, and I don't like them.
You don't like Cloud?
No, I don't, actually. I don't. I really don't, actually. Anyway, Luffy then third gear bone balloons. Kid does Magneto shit where he basically like sucks up everyone's fucking weapons from everywhere and makes a giant metal arm for himself, which was crazy.
Yeah, it was a big ol' arm. So Luffy and Kid are both good at making big arms.
Yeah, Zoro's swords try to fly away and he grabs them, which is fun.
Yeah, I thought Frankie might get sucked up by this, which I thought would have been funny.
That would have been that would have been funny. Anyway, Luffy and Kid start doing big punches. A bunch of Marines are going flying.
I described what Law does as Mr. Potato Heading everyone.
He does, Mr.
Like when you mix
Potato
up all
Head
the
everyone.
Yeah, he mixes up all the features.
Yeah.
And then Luffy and Kid fist the Marines.
Yeah. The Marines.
All the crews. What?
I was just going to say the Marines. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the crews all like come outside at that point, like all the individual crews.
Yeah, and then like the head Marine who's like with all those Marines is like, aim the mortars at the crew without powers. And then they all just kind of get fucked up anyway.
Kid and Luffy are talking.
Yep.
And Luffy's like, I'm going to be the one to find the One Piece.
Yeah.
And Kid like is like entirely fixated on him. Like Law kind of activates a little bit hearing it.
Yep.
And I think Kid's just happy that like for the first time somebody respects the One Piece as an idea.
Yeah.
Because like he's like, everybody's laughed at me and I've cut them all down.
Yeah.
Because I'm a badass.
And he's like, it's been nice to meet you. Next time I won't show you mercy, which is fine. And then Kid's crew is just like fucking a bunch of dudes up.
Yeah. Was it Killer? I don't know anybody else's name on the crew. I know Killer is like the guy with the helmet and the scythes.
I think it was Killer. I don't know the rest either. It's fine.
There's like a Frankenstein zombie man who vomits fire.
Yep. That was cool. We see.
This whole thing is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
BEPO fucking Chun-Li's a guy.
Yeah, fucking BEPO shows up and he's like, BEPO. He says BEPO.
Yeah. So
BEPO.
I don't know how I feel about BEPO talking. It made me a little uncomfortable at first.
He initially just said BEPO. He said his name, and
Yeah.
I was like, is he going to be like a Pokemon and just say BEPO?
I was kind of hoping.
I don't mind him talking. He's like, oh, it's me. He's kind of like a, I don't know. I like.
Yeah. I think it's going to take some time. I think I found it jarring because I didn't expect it. And also how?
He's BEPO.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Maybe he had a version of the human fruit. Or maybe he's like Papa Gussie, where he thought he was a human for his childhood, and then just...
Oh, they did establish that, didn't they?
They did establish that as a thing,
Maybe
where animals can learn to speak by just accidentally thinking they're human.
Maybe because, like, Law raised him or something.
From
after he killed his dad.
From a little cub, he killed his dad, made it into a hat, and then he was like, I'm your daddy now. And then
that's how it happens. That's what you have to do with bears.
That's exactly what you do with bears.
It's just like how Heihachi Mishima had Kuma the First and raised Kuma, and then Kuma had a child, Kuma the Second, and Kuma the First died, but he continued to raise Kuma the Second and teach him how to fight, and he became his bodyguard.
And then he had another child named Kamusi.
Don't you fucking, Matt? Don't you fucking besmirch the name of Kuma?
Kamusi?
Don't you fucking do that.
Kuma? Barty K. Kuma?
Kuma the Second, after his dad Heihachi dies,
Barty K. Kuma
goes to do relief work in like the Philippines or something.
Is this spoilers for One Piece,
for Tekken?
Mike? Are you talking about Barty K. Kuma?
No.
Thick Bussy Barty K. Kuma?
Big clapping cakes. Total eclipse of the bussy, Barty K. Kuma. I hate us.
Do you think Kuma is related to Kamusi?
I got so tired just now.
Whoa, my screen just went into dark mode while we were talking.
Yeah, it's because your screen doesn't go dark because it needs to. It goes dark because I'm tired.
It's true. You literally said you were tired and my screen went to dark mode. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up, shall we?
Oh, let's do it. We haven't had a long episode in a while.
We still have an episode and a half.
We have the fucking lore dump to go. Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of lore.
What's happening? Where do we leave? Beppo fucks some dudes up.
Duval the Rosy Life Riders and Duval appear to help the Straw Hats. Brooke puts everyone to sleep with a lovely song. Robin's powers scare Duval.
Well, I think Duval's scared by the Marines because he's got PTSD.
Yeah.
Robin does these 3 Marines dirtier than anybody else, where she not only snaps their spines, but twists them 180 degrees.
And then Duval's just like, oh my God. And then meanwhile,
and the fucking like
Rayleigh,
crunchy bone sounds that happen.
While this is all happening, Rayleigh is like having the really time of his fucking life. He's like, this is the best shit ever. This is great. And Frankie's just like, I like your style, old man.
Yeah.
Nami Thunderbolt tempos a bunch of people.
Law saves a guy.
Yeah, he invites Captain Jean Bart, whoever the fuck that is, to join his crew.
Yep. And he's like, honestly, just to get the fuck out of here, I'll do whatever.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Anything.
You're my captain now. Let's go.
Yep.
Straw Hats all
Bart
go.
Bart joins who I think they're going to be called the Weird Circle Pirates.
Oh.
Because somebody is like, that guy makes weird circles with his hands. Watch out.
I think they're going to be the finger pirates.
Ooh. Knuckle tat pirates?
Maybe.
I really like his tattoo that says ETH.
Straw Hats leave with their flying fish.
Yep.
Duval has Frankie, Kami, Hachi, Rayleigh, and Papa Gussie on his thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kid's crew are just like walking away real slow. And then he gets shot. Eustace Kid gets shot through the leg by none other than thick dump Barty K. Kuma.
Ethically sourced Bible thumping Kuma.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, we cut back to BEPO still fighting people, and everyone's like, what's with this bear? This bear's crazy.
Yep.
Then we come back to the Straw Hats, and Frankie improves Duval's ride in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back to Law and them running away, and Beppo telling John Bart, he's like, just remember, you work under me. And he's like, I don't care, man.
Yeah,
I cannot stress that enough. I don't give a fucking shit at all right now.
Get the fuck out of here, please.
And then Law bumps into Kid, who's fighting Kuma, and then they all face off against Jesus's holiest warrior,
Kuma.
Barty K. Kuma.
Yeah.
And the MVPs were the poor spines of those Marines that Robin absolutely fucks up, but they are alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely alive, not dead.
Not dead.
Nobody
dies. Episode
400. We did it. We made it to 400.
Did it. 400.
Wow.
I think this is the most of a show I've seen.
I mean, collectively, you've watched more with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Just like a little
I guess
bit
there's
more.
like a little bit. I think once we get to like 450, like 500 maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's only like 300 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and then it's like 100 something of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's like 280 of Dragon Ball Z, and then like 150 or something like that for Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about Super. Yeah, Dragon Ball's still winning.
Yeah.
By a
and then like a
pretty good margin.
Anyway, Duval and his crew get the Straw Hats to safety.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the title. It's the most important thing that happens in this episode. The Straw Hats murder Peterman. Episode 400. Straw Hats murder Peterman.
They do.
First thing that happens, Peterman is dead. Thank God.
Murdered.
First death in One Piece, but he's still alive.
Yep.
Duval keeps winking.
Yeah.
Peterman had Kami's backpack. He gives Kami the backpack back. He won't stop winking. Sanji's like, please stop winking. He keeps winking, and it gets worse every time.
Mm-hmm. They make it to Shacky's bar.
Shocky. I wrote out the like
Shocky's
phononyms
bar.
or whatever. Shocky.
They make it to Shocky's bar, and Rayleigh's like staring at Luffy. He's just staring at him.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this guy. I like this guy. Yeah.
He did I write the MVP for this episode?
Is it Shocky?
No. The MVP is the fucking cold hot dog that Luffy's slurping on for most of this
suck
episode.
dogging?
Yeah.
Just suck dogging on that dog?
Suck dog.
Have we talked about suck dog on the podcast?
Cold.
We don't have to.
Let's not and let them think about what it is. Suck Dog is a game that Matt and I have played.
It's true.
Draw your fan art of it.
Think about it, everyone. What do you think it is? Leave your thoughts in the Smut Piece channel on the Discord.
Or
Link in the description.
Snail.
Yeah, or Transponder Snail. Tell us what you think the rules are to Suck Dog.
Make us truly famous. Where's the Rule 34 of One Piece or Fun Piece?
Anyway, everyone learns that Rayleigh was Roger's.
Don't do that.
goal.
Don't do that. I cannot. Don't. I don't want smut of us.
It's too late.
Fuck.
Dark
What happened?
Dark King Silver's Rayleigh was Goldie Rogers vice captain on his ship, and everyone's freaking out and just crying, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't! Oh my shit!"
I think except for Robin, who's like, "You guys didn't recognize him."
Yeah. I love Brooks just like, I remember a rookie named Goldie Rogers.
I remember a young upstart by that name.
Yeah. Sanji wants to know why Rayleigh's still alive and free. Rayleigh's like, the Marines didn't capture Roger. He turned himself in.
Did you catch that Rayleigh said that Hachi saved him long ago?
Oh, no.
But then he went and joined those Sun Pirates.
Yeah.
And then Luffy's like, oh, Arlong, right.
Yeah.
But he was the Arlong Pirates, but everybody has the sun tattoo, and I think it might have to do with Jimby.
I think it does as well, yes.
I think that's like Jimby's like logo, his brand.
His logo.
Yeah.
Anyway, Roger he turned himself in. He wasn't captured by the Marines. He had an incurable disease, and Crocus was able to help Roger's disease stay at bay for like 3 years. So he served as Roger's ship's doctor while they conquered the Grand Line. Mm-hmm. And then once they finished, everyone's like, yo, he's king of the pirates. And he's like, nah, I'm not. I just did my thing.
Yeah, Roger had no intention of like being a big shot ruler guy, but he did. He was flashy.
Yeah, flashily.
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 I think this is a hint about who's going to become king of the pirates.
My boy Buggy?
I think it might be Buggy.
Buggy the Clown.
There's one way this entire series could end, and it's with Buggy getting the One Piece.
I mean, that's and just like him and
Luffy
Luffy
mad.
shaking hands.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like Buggy's like, I'll get the day-to-day stuff. I'll get the real nitty-gritty, and you're the face.
Yeah. That's pretty good, actually. Anyway, the Roger Pirates were secretly disbanded one by one, and then after they fully disbanded a year after that, Roger turned himself into the Marines. And at the day of execution, at his day of execution, he wasn't planning on starting a new pirate era, but he was just like being like, hey, this is what I did. I was a pirate.
Rayleigh kind of hinted that like he was a planner. He liked to think about the future. Like maybe he did intend to start a new thing.
Interesting.
Like I feel like that was like heavily hinted at because he says to Rayleigh in like Rayleigh remembers his last words to him, which were, "While they may execute me, I won't die."
Yeah.
Because which is true. I mean, whose fucking speech starts every episode?
But like, Mike, as we've established, no one in One Piece dies.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Yeah, so
you know
he's
why?
saying they may execute me, but I won't die. Maybe he's alive.
Do you know why? Because if you're never forgotten, you're never truly dead, are you?
What?
Dr. fucking Hero, like Dr. motherfucking
who's
Big Balls Hero look said
who's
that.
The Princess of Alabasta, Mike? What's her name?
Phoebe.
Hey, you got
Fuck
it.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
She almost died.
I was like,
almost died.
Karoo.
She almost died.
Snippers the crab.
Anyway.
Eyelash the camel.
Yeah. Anyway, Luffy's vibrating because he's so excited. Rayleigh says he thinks the pirates these days have inherited some of Roger's spirit. He mentions Shanks. He mentions Buggy.
Yep. Which is that he saw Shanks
recently,
10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years prior, who mentioned Luffy and was like, this kid's got the spirit of Goldie Roger.
Yeah.
It lives on in him. And then he's like, I'm going to coat your ship for free because they're Hachi's friends.
Yeah. Then Robin has like a vision.
Robin has war flashbacks.
Yeah, Robin has a vision of O'Hara and the poneglyphs, and then she asks Rayleigh if he knows what the Will of D is.
Mm-hmm. And about the blank century, and then he's like, I do.
Yeah, and he's like, I could tell you everything you want to know, but like, it's not gonna change anything. Like, you're still gonna. He's like, it's fine.
Rayleigh says, you could just go on the Wikipedia page and read the synopsis, but it's not going to be as much fun as watching the show.
Yeah.
You could read the abridged novelization of this, but it's not going to be as much fun as watching the full canonical anime series.
Yeah. And she's just like, you know what? No, I'm good. And then he's like, she does ask him how Roger was able to like write in the poneglyph language, and he's like, oh, he had no idea what he was doing. He just listened to the voice of the universe. And it's just
I heard the voice of the universe.
He was just fucking tripping on peyote and just fucking writing random scrawlings on the wall.
I saw that man do a cocktail of 3 different forms of hard liquor and 100 milligrams of THC, and boy, his eyes were dilated bigger than I've ever seen him.
We were hanging out with some Skypeans doing ayahuasca and just having a good old time. We all grew wings too.
Really? Rayleigh does read as an old man who would be like really into native culture.
Yeah, he's like, you remember that tree up in Skypea? That was my friend Joshua's tree. That's where we would do all the good drugs.
Oh, you drank with the wolves too? Did they give you the good stuff?
Oh, yeah. Those fucking wolves are my best friends. Anyway, Usopp then starts to ask Rayleigh about the One Piece.
Big Fang was my spirit guide as I tripped balls for 2 weeks. Yeah, but at the end, you shit yourself real bad. They don't tell you that part. Shit for 2 hours, let me tell you. Then he looks at Zora. He's like, you look like you might like it.
Zora's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I did that. Anyway, Usopp starts to ask about what the One Piece is. And then Luffy's like, don't you fucking say another fucking word. He's like, I'm not going to go on a boring adventure. Don't you dare tell us.
None of us fucking knew what was going to happen. I don't care I don't want to know if the One Piece is real. I want to know any of it. No spoilers.
Yeah. Which I feel, I know we've been spoiled on a few things, but it's like we're on our own One Piece adventure as we're watching the show. And like,
it's really hard.
It's hard.
It's really
not
hard
to get spoiled, but we're actively choosing not to, just like the Straw Hats. Look at us.
It's interesting because I'm typically somebody who's not super concerned about spoilers with stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same.
But I feel like because we're doing this content podcast, I don't want to know any of it. And it's such a long journey. It feels like it might like sully something.
Sure.
Whereas like if a Marvel movie comes out and they're like, oh, this is what happens to Spider-Man, I'd be like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, this is it's just a good virginal time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Rayleigh's like, you still think what it takes to be the king of the pirates? And then Luffy's
to rule.
To rule. And Luffy's like, I don't want to rule anything. I just want to be more free. And then Rayleigh has a look in his eye where he's like, this fucking guy gets it.
This fucking kid, he passed the test.
Yeah. Shocky and Rayleigh are just like, fuck yeah. Fuck the fucking Straw Hats are the fucking cool as shit. Hell yeah.
I fucking knew it was going to be a kid in jorts. Roger said it wasn't. Roger said it was going to be khaki shorts. I knew it was going to be these jorts.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Beppo's dad was on Goldie Roger's crew?
Probably. I usually kind of hate it when everything's like magically linked like this, but it feels appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm into it here.
I mean, it's probably incestuous, the pirate life. Everyone's fucking everybody.
Yeah. I guess considering Luffy's like family is like a bunch of big shots.
Yeah. His mom's crocodile. His dad's dragon.
Big mom crocodile.
Oh, shit. Big Mom is crocodile.
Oh my God, we unlocked it.
All right. Anyway, Shocky's like, hey, or Rayleigh's like, you got another card? And basically, they give everyone from the crew a piece of a Beaver card that would lead them to Rayleigh. And they plan to split up to meet up in 3 days. Exactly 3 days. Everyone says 3 days so many times, which makes me think it's not going to be 3 days.
Maybe it's going to be longer. I bet somebody makes it back to the ship. I bet like Frankie makes it back to the ship.
I don't fucking know. They just kept saying 3 days, and everyone's like, all right, we're going to the amusement park for 3 days. We're going to be in the woods for 3 days. Let's go shopping for 3 days. I was just like...
And it's because the ship needs to be coated, and it takes that much time for it to set.
Yeah.
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 And then, right on cue, the fucking Navy warships arrive, and Pinstripe Tea-Sucker rides a cannonball.
Yeah, right onto the
onto
island.
shore.
Which is awesome. I was like, yeah, Kizaru, do
Yeah.
your thing. And that's the end of the episode.
That it is. I think we're gonna have an Usopp come in clutch moment because nobody knows that he is a Straw Hat. He's not on a wanted poster.
Interesting.
Maybe Sanji. Maybe Sanji will be fine.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, oh, yeah.
People can't recognize him too easily.
Yeah. It's interesting. 3 days, baby. 3 days. It's going to be 3 days, 3 days, 3
days.
days.
It's just gonna be
Only
3
3 days. Just kidding. It's going to be...
Longer than Thriller Bark, 3 days.
Do you think it's going to be 3 years?
Maybe. I don't remember how long the time jump is. Isn't it like...
I have no idea.
Is it 3 years?
I have no idea how long the time skip is.
I know the time jumps...
I think we're
soon.
fast approaching it.
It's gotta be soon.
I guess we'll find out. This is our penultimate Sabaody episode. Next week's episode is our last Sabaody episode.
Yeah. Episodes 401 to 405.
We're already through it so fast.
We're gonna finish up. There's a chance.
Yeah.
I know we got some filler coming up, Matt. There's a fucking good chance we're gonna see Buggy and Foxy again.
I'm so excited to see my clown
Almost-
boy. It's been 100 episodes just about.
Almost definitely. It's crazy that we haven't seen Buggy. It's fucking insane that we haven't seen Buggy in like a while.
We haven't seen
He's got-
Buggy in like 250 episodes.
It's crazy that we haven't seen Shanks, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I want to see Buggy.
Buggy D Clown. Anyway,
I don't really give a shit what Shanks is doing. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, but it can't be that interesting.
I don't know. He's just...
Because now we know that dude's been on the sea for 10 years, didn't get anything done.
I mean,
Why isn't he king of the pirates yet? What the fuck is he doing?
because he's drinking, having a good time, and fucking Mihawk.
I guess he probably wants Luffy to be king of the pirates. He probably isn't interested.
It's probably. I mean, he was like, we last saw him with fucking Whitebeard, and they were like having their little thing on his ship.
Yeah, it was like 200 episodes ago.
It was a while ago,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Anyway, we've got some transponder snails. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Whoa. It's a good thing I can conveniently read when I need to.
I'm gonna read the first one.
Do it.
The subject
Whoa.
line is, every One Piece movie is bad. It says, howdy Dunkachi Bros, which I love.
That's real good.
Dunkachi Bros, so good.
Shirt idea?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Put it on the list. I finally got to watch One Piece Red over the weekend, which I had semi-high hopes for. I thought, hey, at least maybe this could act as a fun musical, if not a fun One Piece movie. I don't know anything about it. I was wrong, but it was neither. In fact, having seen every One Piece movie, I can confirm they are all bad. I also think filler like the Long Ring arc is bad. That's not filler.
Fuck.
Long Ring Longland
It's
is
not.
not filler.
It's
it is
not,
canon.
Well, yeah, oh my god.
It
Fuck
says-
off.
it's-
Get the fuck out of here.
So
I
by
don't
my
wanna
math,
read
you
this. I don't
guys will
wanna see
love
this.
all the movies and should watch them.
It's because we like the good parts of One Piece.
First of all, Long Ring Longland is not filler. It is.
It's
canon.
not filler. It's a fucking good time.
It's canon. It's great. We love Foxy, Silver Fox Foxy, and his fucking sexy ass.
Menagerie of weirdos.
As a bonus challenge, try to figure out when the movie could possibly take place and justify it. The situation will always be along the lines of, this could only be true if they went back to the Blue Sea and then came back in the middle of Skypiea, or something dumb like that. Love, Almost Nap Time. Thank you, Almost Nap Time, for your transponder snail.
I'm not thanking you.
Mike is
How do
very
you get
upset.
this? How do you hate Long Ring Longland and get this far into our podcast? You crazy. You're crazy.
Long Ring
Um,
is not filler.
It's not.
know.
I have the Bible. Though I own 2 volumes of One Piece.
Yep.
One of them is part of Thriller Bark. One of them is the Bible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But anyway, thank you for the transponder, Snail. Very much appreciate it, and hope you're doing great.
So are they asking us to figure out when One Piece film Red takes place?
I think that was if we're watching the One Piece movies. That is like try to figure out where in the timeline the movie is.
Oh,
but we'll figure out when we're gonna watch the movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds good. And we're gonna break some rules with our next email from Dum Dum Fruit. The title is "Don't Read If You Haven't Finished the Arc for Some Reason." We haven't. We're gonna read it anyway.
Yeah, we've got 5 episodes left, but I don't think there's anything.
What are you gonna do? Stop us?
Yeah, watch out, Dum Dum Fruit. Watch out.
Hey guys, it's Dum Dum Fruit. Hopefully you guys get this before your next ep. I'm writing this on my break.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Working on the podcast while you're working.
Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I write Fun Piece Podcast Transponder Snail fan messages on company time.
Yeah. People are pooping while they're writing these.
I'm pooping right now.
They're working for Poopy Butt Don Flamingo. Anyway, keep going.
Just call all our listeners slave traders.
No.
We don't know who else he employs.
It's true. He could.
He might have a couple lucrative businesses.
Transponders.
He's definitely. You can't. You fucking side. I kept trying to continue with it, and you kept sidetracking me. I'm just saying, Don Flamingo, absolutely a landlord.
Agreed.
I'm gonna start from the top. Hey guys, it's Dum Dum Fruit. Hopefully you guys get this before your next ep. I'm writing this on my break. Hell yeah. There's not much to say this time, but there is some censorship in the anime in the episodes that you guys were watching. Where Law is sitting in the employment office and Captain Kidd walks in. Law flips Kidd off in the manga, and in the anime he just stares. That's a bummer we didn't get that.
Oh yeah, that is a bummer. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah.
And the Luffy punch is probably my favorite punch shown on screen. The bastard is punched backed into the manga.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
Oh, okay.
We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
He gets punched so hard.
All the color gets sucked away. Also, random fact, in Robin's backstory, there's a blonde guy next to Spondum's father. That guy is the dad of the soap lady, Khalifa.
What?
Interesting.
Is it the guy with the cowboy hat?
Huh. I don't remember.
I'll have to look it up. Or not. I probably
shouldn't. And in the Funiglyph, you guys... What?
I said I should look it up, and then I said probably shouldn't.
No, probably not. Stay away from that wiki. And in the Funiglyph, you guys made a joke about there being multiple Kumas, which at the time I thought was crazy. What?
Yeah, there's Barty K. Kuma, and there's Kamusi. I don't know. I'm just making shit up right now.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what that means. Maybe there will be multiple Kumas or something in the next slew of episodes.
Maybe he was talking about like BEPO and Kuma.
Oh, maybe.
Bears.
I don't know.
Maybe there's more Kuma.
BEPO's dad.
Thanks all. I got this week. Thanks for the podcast. That's all I got this week. Thanks for the podcast.
Hey, thank you, Dum Dum Fruit.
Forgot to read at the end.
Mike can't read, even though he's learning to read, so he can read that
It's
manga.
hard. It's hard. Do you want me to read some of the emails I got?
No. Truly, I do not.
T-Mobile USA says.
Hey, everyone.
You have anything else funny to say? No?
Ski-bip-boop-bop-boop-bow.
That's a no.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to the Fun Piece Podcast. This is a long one today.
Long one.
We had a short one last week for the filler, and we're back with a nice long one for y'all.
Long. It's kind of like a Long Ring, Long Land episode.
Truly.
If you think about it.
The canonical Long Ring.
If I get another email fucking dissing Long Ring, Long Land, the next episode is just going to be recapping Long Ring, Long Land again.
Please know, everyone, I want to finish Sabaody next week.
I won't allow it.
I think it'd be really fun for our 2-year anniversary of the podcast if we do an 8-hour long podcast, and one of the hours can be you just recapping Long Rain, Long Land.
I would need all 8 hours. I'm going to go in detail about every single background character.
I wonder how many hours Long Rain, Long Land is, because it's like 20-something episodes, right?
Something like that. I think we've spent more time with Foxy than we've spent with Ace.
Agreed. Yeah. I think
which is crazy.
We could probably combine.
People are so fucking horny for Ace.
We could probably combine the amount of time with Ace, Buggy, and Shanks, and it wouldn't be as much as the time that we had with Foxy. We've had more time with Foxy than those three combined.
Just fucking think about that, people. Fucking think about that. Think about that really.
If you want to prove us wrong, look it up and let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Fucking love that guy. It's like 26 episodes or something.
Long Ring, Long Land.
If you like this, follow us at funpiecepodcast at No, wait, hold on. Send us a transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us at funpiecepodcast on any of the socials.
Yeah.
If we're not there, you won't find us.
It's true.
But you can look. Do your own little treasure hunt. That's our activity. That's our homework for you.
Yep. The Mike hunt begins now.
Oh, fuck. When does it... It started so many times.
Yeah, it's restarted again because the heist ended. Anyway, Mike...
Hey, Matt.
What?
Hey, Matt.
Shit. I was going to ask you.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to ask you. I was going to ask you a different question.
What's your question?
Is the Mike hunt going to hurt?
Yep. Hey, Mike, what's the One Piece?
I think the One Piece is the acceptance that despite the crippling, anxiety-inducing state of the world, that we are surrounded by loved ones and we'll make it through because, alone we're nothing, but together we are a family, we are powerful, and we are supportive.
It's Tony Soprano.
No, it's Tony fucking Soprano. Let's go. Yeah. Wake up in the morning.
Got some gabagoo.
I gotta go to therapy. My name is Tony Soprano. I'm sorry to any Italian Americans.
Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo. And then I woke up the next day and got some gabagoo. Keep waking up and keep getting different types of gabagoo. I even got some gabagoo from a